Hey everybody, coming to you today with another Bible review. This time we're going to be looking at the new Crossway ESV Bible with Creeds and Confessions. This is the black goat skin, and I'm super excited about this Bible for a couple of reasons, and we'll get into that in a second. But first of all, I want to show you this box. It's a little different from what Crossway usually puts out. You see it does have some red on it, and it does have Bibles with Creeds and Confessions, and a little bit different, kind of similar to the preaching Bible box that they came out with. But let's take and open this up. I just want to set this off to the side, if I can, get focused in here. Set the box off to the side. So, what we have here is the black goat skin. It's perimeter stitched. On the back, is a little bit different from what we're used to seeing. We have the Holy Bible with Creeds and Confessions, ESV, English Standard Version, and Crossway at the bottom. It does have 5 raised hubs. They're raised quite a bit more than what we normally see. And the back is just the plain goat skin as well. Now this one does have a pretty generous yap on it. As you can see, it's what you could consider a semi-yap. It does have art gilding. As you can see here, it's more of a light pink color. It comes with 2 ribbons. As you can see here, they're the little thin, like 3/16 ribbons. And I have a couple of issues with this Bible, but there's a lot of pros to this Bible as well, and we'll get into that in a second. It is leather lined, edge lined on the inside on the block here, and it does have a gold tooling around the outside. Now, when we open this up, I just want to get to, as you can see, here's the presentation page. It is Smith sewn. You can see some of the stitchings right here. It does have births, adoptions, and marriages and deaths. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Here's one of the negative things that I feel is about this Bible. It is printed in China. It's the 2016 edition, which is good, in Bibles, Creeds, and Confessions. Now, here's what makes it for me. What you have here, if you look at the table and contents, you have an Omega, 80th anniversary Omega text block with Creeds and Confessions at the back. Now, I have here, this is the Youngblood 80th anniversary Omega. Now when you get to the table of contents page, which is here, let me get them side by side here, we're going to do a little comparison. You'll see that you have your preface, explanation of features, both the same. All the Old Testament books are the same, even with the same page number. New Testament books are the same. Tables and weights and measures, same, 1169. Concordance, 1171. And then the difference is this one has the creeds in the back and the illustrations and maps at the very back. Now, it's the exact same text block. Let me get over here. We'll go to page 3. Get it opened up here at page 3. And there is some differences. Not a whole lot. So you'll see here, everything's the same. The margins are the same. The file, chapter 3, the margins are the same here. And even at the bottom, you'll see that it does have your references and your footnotes down here. So it's the exact same text block. The only difference is this is a 10-point font and this is a 10.5. It's just a smidge bigger in font size. Now another thing that I noticed is that the gilding, the art gilding on this one's pinkish, where this one's more of a salmon color. The leather on this Youngblood edition of this 80th Omega edition is much more, has a better feel to it than this leather does. This leather feels more synthetic because it's a printed in China Bible. Now, to me that makes no difference whatsoever, because the fact that this one is a Omega text block with creeds in the back of it. Another thing that I did notice about this, the paper on this Omega is more of a cream color, whereas this one is more white, more bright white. And I think it kind of helps out when you're reading it, actually. The extra 0.5 size difference in the font, this being a 10.5 and this one being a 10, and the brightness of the white paper, to me, is better. You may not feel that way. But that's some of the differences that I did notice in these two Bibles. Now, like I said, everything's the exact same as the Omega. It has subtopical headings, paragraph format, double column format, and you'll find subtopical headings all throughout it. Your notes are down here at the bottom, and your references are right here as well. So all the way back to the back, you're going to find that it's a black letter text, just like the Omega. And the only difference in this Bible between an Omega and it is right here. This is an Omega text block, this much right here, and this is the additional creeds and confessions in the back. Now, of course, you have your concordance here, as well as a page of weights and tables here. But now let's look at these creeds. Now with these creeds, it has 13 different ones. Apostles' Creeds, I'm not going to name them all. You can see them here and pause the video. Canons of Dort, Westminster Confession, Second London Baptist Confession, larger and shorter catechism, and some other ones there as well. But now what's great about it is it does have an introduction here, and it has an introduction at the beginning of each one of the creeds or confessions as you go out. So as you flip through it here, there's the Canons of Dort. See, this is your introduction, and then you have your articles. And so a great little Bible. Now, one thing that I did want, there's your larger catechism, and then your maps are back here in the back. So that's the difference between the Omega and this one, is that right there. That's the difference. Otherwise, it's all the same. Now, one of the cons that I did notice about this is if you look right here, you'll see this. You see this headband? You see this white? This white is all glue. And even there's separation right here at my finger between the headband and the text block. There's a gap there. Now, it probably won't make no difference to me because I'll probably take these ribbons out and replace them. But to everybody else, this will make a big difference. This is a con. This is a printed in China versus a Youngblood Bible right here. Prime example. But otherwise, as far as the thickness goes, here they both are side by side. This one, the Omega, is about 1 inch, where this one's about 1.25 inches. So this has been the review of the Creeds and Confessions Bible by Crossway. I hope you've enjoyed it. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.